What's up guys, Devon back at it again with yet another Devon Explains entry, and this may just be the Devon Explains entry, because today I'm finally going to go over Kong's true current scaling, going over his buffs during GxK and what you guys just saw a few days ago. Why Beast Glove Kong, no axe, is beating the ever-living fuck out of G19.
Give me somebody, they'll do nothing. They'll do nothing!
I'm just gonna tell you, get me to 1,000 subscribers, give me that monetization. I want that money, I need that money, my guys. I'm broke as shit. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. So let's just get into GxK Kong first, because that guy's scaling is, what kind of bumps up Beast Glove Kong. So we are perfectly aware that he's stronger, that he's faster, and that he's healthier than GxK Kong. This is stated, and this is objective, given the fact that his lifestyle is far better compared to what made GxK Kong just have a terrible glow down as he did. So let's just go by the feats, right? He blocks Shimo's Frostbite Breath, which clashes with an ancient supercharged Godzilla, which is at the very least implied to have relativity to Pink Godzilla. So this would mean that this Frostbite Breath is 20 times more powerful than G19's Atomic Breath. Now, this does not mean attack potency. Her beam has no attack potency, but it surely means shoving power, given the fact that it was shoving Kong. How much is this? Realistically, this is giving GxK Kong lifting strength superior to G19, superior to G14.
It's music time!
Shot to the college, I got me some money and got me a cottage. They driving to see me, they blame me for mileage. They asking for pieces of me and my knowledge. I need me a...
An inconsistency with this feat is that later on, Glove Kong gets overpowered by Pink Godzilla, who I've already established has physicals below his Atomic Breath. However, the Atomic Breath's attack potency doesn't necessarily have to be relative to its lifting strength, given the fact that, for example, in G14, it barely moves the female Muto, but causes her extreme terrible damage. And then we have Ghidorah kind of just stopping himself, even after getting off-guarded by the supercharged Atomic Breath, and at the same time taking no big damage. And the backlash of Godzilla's Atomic Breath has never really moved him, so Pink Godzilla being that strong while only being 4 times greater than G19 shouldn't be that much of an anti-feat for Beast Glove Kong and GxK Kong. Either way, I'm still not gonna scale GxK Kong's fucking lifting strength 25 times greater than before. That's not something I'm gonna do. However, I'm just gonna use it to corroborate the fact that he's gotten a massive lifting strength boost, which is actually just greater than the other stat boosts that he obtained. And then when it comes to speed, durability, AP, he doesn't really have many comparisons to other titans. There is sort of a backscale way of doing this. So we know for a fact that the Beast Glove provided Kong with at least a 2x stat amp. This is stated, and this is shown with the fact that he blocked Shimo's beam with one arm, while before he needed 2. Then, given the fact that we know that Pink Godzilla's physicals are basically 4 times his baseline physicals than anything Beast Glove Kong did in comparison to Pink Godzilla, stun locking him with punches, taking a lot of his physical attacks, dodging him, that kind of stuff, that would apply to GxK Kong, because this is basically the same relation, if not a little bit more skewed toward Godzilla when it comes to physical strength, and a little bit more skewed toward Kong when it comes to speed. This is the exact same situation as in GvK. So this would objectively mean that GxK Kong got 2 times faster, more powerful, and more durable. This is not at all inconsistent with the absolutely retarded power creep that the Shimo Frostbite Breath feat would imply. So if anything, this is just true, given the fact that the other feat we have just goes to show far higher than amp. And given the fact Kong's lifting strength AP is a lot higher than his striking strength, and the fact that the entire source of this amp is Kong getting healthier and better in every physical stat, yes, this lifting strength feat would give an implication for his attack potency, speed, and durability from an overall perspective. And for those of you who might want to say, oh, but an amp this big doesn't make any sense, by what are you judging that? He stated to be faster and stronger. This doesn't cap him at being like a little bit faster and stronger. No, these statements just corroborate to us that these feats are not a downplay to the other character, and that whatever multiplier these feats provide us, whatever boost and power these feats provide us, is just the true new scaling.
Yeah, but you gon' feel it, Cooley. I'm telling you, you gon' feel it.
Where would this get GxK Kong? We have to backpedal all the way to GxK Kong and go over his stats. In my How Kong Could Kill Godzilla video, I already explained why GxK Kong is faster than G19, but basically 50% G21 and 50% Kong had Kong dodging everything G21 could do, and only getting tagged when GxK Kong was either impaired or unable to see the attack. Make him go to 100% G19, making him to 100% GxK Kong, and voila, GxK Kong is faster. 50% G21 was throwing at him and only was killed with the overtime damage of it all. And then we have his attack potency.
So what you trying to do? Why you put your hands up like that?
Holy fuck. So first of all, GxK Kong makes Godzilla groan on multiple occasions, knocks him out, possibly draws out blood with a double overhand smash, and following this logic on screen would be 2 times weaker than GxK Godzilla, and given all the primary feats I've stated before, he shouldn't be more than 2 times weaker. So his attack potency would be 30 to 40% of G19's attack potency, a massive gap in power. Then just double all of these stats for GxK Kong, and double those stats again for Beast Glove Kong.
Damn! Did y'all see how far she jumped off the porch? If you don't jump your ass into an Olympic arena, bitch, you do great!
We have attack potency superior to G19's atomic breath by 20 to 60%. We have durability to ice as strong than G19's own physical attack potency, and we also have speed 4 to 5 times greater than G19's, with lifting power by feats greater than G19's, and either way would still probably be physically stronger given all the amps that he obtained.
There's no way that Kong suppressed atomic breath. You can't prove that.
Well, he knocked Pink Godzilla out, stun-locked him, sent him on his ass with a punch, and we gotta remember that Pink Godzilla's durability is at least 4 times greater than before, and we already know that it takes a lot of atomic breath power to even just stun Godzilla. On top of this, Pink Godzilla could just probably be 20 times more durable than baseline, which is already more durable than his atomic breath, and Beast Glove Kong stuns him, and then, if you don't want to accept that it's a knockout, stuns him for an extremely long period of time with a single Beast Glove amped punch. So this 1.2 to 1.6 atomic breath attack potency is just consistent. The same thing goes for durability, because 1, he's taking all of these attacks from a 4 times down Pink Godzilla, and for those of you who might want to say, but it said that he was gonna get killed by the stomps.
In the last film, Godzilla won from crushing Kong down. That's sort of his like finisher move, but you know, Kong got lucky here because the ground in Egypt gives way and it's like sandy.
In the same way that GxK Kong got beaten, breaking his ribs. I'm not saying that he would survive it. No, he'd be sent into a death coma the same way that he was during GxK. However, this would have taken 3 stomps instead of 2. And on top of this, so fucking what? This would just corroborate Beast Glove Kong's scaling, because it would take Godzilla 3 stomps, some of his strongest attacks, to break his ribs and send him into a death coma. So if anything, consistent. Now that we've established Beast Glove Kong to be stronger, to be faster, to be more powerful, and to have the durability to take anything G19 dishes out physically, what else does G19 even have? So, you might want to say the atomic breath. Now, let's just ignore the fact that GxK Kong is not gonna let him get it off. The GxK Kong already knows how to deal with it, and let's just go over the GxK's durability. It tanks Shimo's bite, it tanks Godzilla's bite. Godzilla has physicals 4 times greater than before, and the gap between Godzilla's sonic breath and his physicals is not that large. So Pink Godzilla's physicals are probably stronger than G19's breath. And then we have Shimo, who is probably comparable to Pink Godzilla's atomic breath in physicals anyways, and either way would just be a better version of Pink Godzilla. So the Beast Glove is probably just blocking the G19 atomic breath, which again, G19 would never get it off. He'd be too busy getting beaten into the fucking ground. So this isn't really a very tough fight for GxK Kong, because you stack his skill on top of his stat advantage, you stack a 4 to 5 times speed gap, and then you make him physically stronger. Come on, even if you don't want to accept the fact that he's physically stronger, the speed and attack potency alone are beating the fuck out of G19, and anything G19 gets off is not really hurting Kong that much. So, sorry not sorry, G19 is getting cooked. G14 is getting cooked by GxK Kong alone. Muto Prime is getting absolutely dog washed, and this only really leaves the Supercharged and Ghidorah as the only people who were actually beating GxK Kong. This was Devon. G'day.